Hi, I'm Linda, creator of information about arthritis. If you are new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe. Just click the subscribe button below and then click the notification bell to receive notifications of new videos when they are released. Also, don't forget to visit my website, Food with Arthritis, where you can find out more about these terrible diseases and download free articles. In this video, I shall talk about flare-ups and how they can affect you and recognize the symptoms and much more. So, let's get going. The definition of a flare-up is a sudden outburst of intense chronic pain, or a sudden appearance or worsening of a symptom, of a disease or condition, and can trigger for no apparent reason or warning. A flare-up is measured on a 0 to 10 scale. When you have no pain, the scale will be 0, but the scale could be 7 or over when you have a flare-up. You can have different forms of pain like muscle spasms, you could even have a jolt of electricity, or sharp, jabbing pain. When your child has a flare-up, you must not ignore it as it could lead to lifetime damage and activity restriction. When you or your child sees the doctor, they may prescribe anti-inflammatory drugs such as ibuprofen gel, which I take, which seems to reduce the inflammation. It would be best if you kept rubbing on the gel for maximum effect. But, with all things, it may give you side effects like indigestion or stomach pain. If this happens to you or your child, stop using the gel. If you are unsure about taking your medication, always consult your pediatric rheumatology or doctor. If your child has juvenile idiopathic arthritis, it's best to give them a warm wheat bag, or a hot water bottle for their pains or a cold wheat pack for their inflammation. Also, you can help your child with their morning stiffness with a warm bath or shower. It will reduce the stiffness and help your child to be mobile. It is so easy to crawl back into bed, but this is the worst thing to do. It would help if you were active, as less active will make your joints stiffer. Flare-ups don't just attack people with rheumatoid arthritis. It also attacks you if you have psoriatic arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, osteoarthritis and even gout. Yes, gout is a type of arthritis. The reason why you get a flare-up is when your disease is lively, and it causes the joints to swell and get hot and inflamed. This can be for a few days or could be for weeks. The signs to look out for in your child or yourself are more severe pain, stiffness, and swelling than usual. You will have difficulty doing everyday tasks, such as washing up, personal care and family life and work. Because of the pain at night, you and your child will have difficulty sleeping. I have found that putting a flat warm pack on my back and a wheat pack for my knees helps to soothe the worst joints. With the sleepless nights, you may feel exhausted all the time, or your child will not concentrate at school. You may feel unwell, have a fever, and your body aches. You are also feeling depressed. You are frustrated and withdrawn. A flare-up can be caused by multiple situations and no warning signs, and no apparent reason. But an outbreak can trigger if you push yourself too hard and get run down, maybe at work, or you are stressed emotionally, or you could just have an infection or illness. It could even be that you have missed or skipped your medication, or even changing your medication can do it, or reducing them can cause a flare-up. During a flare-up, you should focus on the things that you can control. Stop those unhelpful thoughts. This may make the feeling of guilt and helplessness worsen the pain. Instead, focus on other things like reading a good book, watching a good film. You should try and relax. This will calm your nervous system and relieve the pain. The next section is about tips on helping your child to lessen their flare-ups. Always make sure that they are taking the recommended dose of medication from the GP. If you have any problems with you or your child's prescription, you must let your pediatrics rheumatology or doctor know, and they can advise you. Buy a wheat bag for those bad days, so that you can warm it up in the microwave to soothe the joints affected. The warmth of the wheat bag relieves the joint pain by increasing the blood flow to the painful area, whereas a cold compress will help with the inflammation, as it narrows the blood flow to the area. Keep your child occupied, as this will help your child to forget the pains. Also, for yourself, sitting thinking about your aches and pains and what you can't do is also bad for you. Take your child to the park, or a walk every day. Go to the shops, take the dog for more walks weather permitting. Find a swimming pool. This will do two things: to help you and your child. First, the water is warm, which will help with the pain, and you will be able to exercise your joints better. Another trigger is to ease your stress and anxiety. This can trigger stress hormones that increase inflammation and muscle tension, which will make it worse. It could even be your poor diet. However, I have noticed that my flare-ups seem to be dissipating since going on an anti-inflammatory food and just eating gluten-free foods. The different ways of coping with the flare-ups are to have a coping plan. For example, when did the flare-up begin, and try and remember what you were doing. It could be that you were doing too much exercise. Pushing yourself can start a flare-up. Some emotional stress can also trigger the flare-up, like a sudden stress experience. Being distracted is an excellent way to help you when you do have a flare-up. This will help you prepare to pay attention to other things, and it will not be as bad. Another distracting strategy is that you should collect things to distract yourself, like keeping a collection of your favorite music and photos to soothe you during an attack. Whilst I work on my blogs, I always have music in my ears to distract me from any pains, and my attention is on the thing I enjoy, which is to find information for people with arthritis. Also, if I am having a real bad day with my pains, I listen to my music in the quietness of my armchair and do some cross-stitch. As I am concentrating on my cross-stitch, the pain goes away. Another strategy is to write a list of medication and dosages and the medication frequency from your doctor during chronic flare-ups. The last one is identifying a pattern, certain moods that activate, like a weather pattern that triggers it. Myself, if the weather is wet or humid, my flare-ups are worse. I hope this video has helped, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and receive notifications when new videos are released.